Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Friday, the 5th day of January, day of dialogue. So it's a good day to talk.
It's a very good day
It's a very good talk. Dialogue is two of us, by the way. Monologue is just one of us. So you got to talk today too, Heidi.
Okay.
George Washington Carver Day today. National Bird Day. Oh, what do I do every year? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You know the rest of the song. I'll quit. National Keto Day. National Screenwriters Day. National Whipped Cream Day. And 12th night. So today is the 12th night of Christmas, I think.
Okay.
So it's the day that you get. What do you get for the 12th? On the 12th?
I don't know.
12 Lords of Leaping?
Lords of Leaping? Is that what it is?
I don't remember.
That's definitely not one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Whatever it is, you're not getting it. So just so you know. And I do have a guest joining me. He's no Lord of Leaping, but he's a pretty cool dude. And he's got his son today as well. The incredible Dr. Paul from Nat Geo Wild. He and his son, Charlie, are going to be chatting with us because his son has a show that also premieres tomorrow. It's called The Incredible Pol Farm. All of the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it.
Give yourself a little credit.
Get a better credit card.
Switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. If you've ever needed an excuse to sleep in on a Saturday morning when your partner's urging you to get up and get some stuff done, well, here's the excuse. New research published in the Journal of Sleep Health, you listening, Heidi?
I am listening.
Indicates that, here we go, sleeping in on weekends could save your life in the long run. What do you think of
I
that?
love this study.
Scientists at Nanjing University in China analyzed how sleep cycles affect the health of 3,400 people that were in the study. They found that an extra 2 hours of sleep on the weekend, so just 2 days a week, can reduce the chance of a heart attack or stroke by 63%.
Woo!
Especially for people who average less than 6 hours of sleep during the week. On the other hand, a study published earlier last year showed that people who sleep more than 9 hours per night have an increased chance of suffering a stroke. So they're saying, get more sleep, but not more than 9 hours, because then everything reverses. Then it starts getting worse for you. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Invite your friends and family over to make memories with a fun game night. VerySpecialGames.com has 5 fun games that will help everyone have a blast. Games like Ransom Notes, the ridiculous word magnet game, Abduction, a weirdly strategic game of duck kidnapping, Vins with Benefits, the hilarious Venn diagram game, Puns of Anarchy, the outrageous pun-making game, and Charty Party, the game of absurdly funny charts. Find these fun games and more at VerySpecialGames.com. That's VerySpecialGames.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know if you're going to take a sick day, you might as well enjoy yourself? In doing so, you might end up making yourself feel better. How cool is that?
Okay.
According to a survey of 2,000 millennial parents of school-age kids, it takes less than 30 minutes to start feeling better after indulging in their favorite sick day foods.
Oh, okay.
Their favorite comfort foods like soup and broth and crackers and popsicles. Those are the top of the list. Some of the less common but still popular comfort foods are stew and pasta. For children who are feeling under the weather, they're most likely to ask for mac and cheese or toast or pudding. And they're saying by just getting that, within about a half hour, they start to feel better. Doesn't mean they're better.
Is this
they
like
start to feel better.
news to anybody?
Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't heard any of those things. Here's the thing that I think is interesting. We had a nephew that was at our house recently, and he wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
And he was eating saltine crackers and Sprite. Yeah. And I got to thinking, that is like the cure-all for everything.
It is. It kind of is.
They should sell that in like the medicine aisle. It's crazy. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. George Clooney might be returning to the Ocean's 11 franchise. It's just called the Ocean's franchise because they had Ocean's 11, then Ocean's 12, and then Ocean's 13. So this would be Ocean's 14, but he's going, I don't know if I would call it Ocean's 14. The idea is more like the 1979 heist movie Going in Style. So it's like all these people are older now and gray, and they're like, it's a retired Ocean's 11 concept.
Okay. Well, we'll certainly look forward to that.
And nearly a year after Jeremy Renner's snowplow accident, he stopped by a hospital where he was treated to show his appreciation for the staff. He went on Instagram and shared photos of him at riding in a Renovation Foundation fire truck. Renovation. Oh.
I see.
And it says that he was rolling through Reno, blessings, and apparently pizza. He must have been handing out pizza. Okay. I'm trying to read emojis, and I can't speak an emoji. Anyway, he did something nice for the people who saved his life. End of story. Big Screen, Little Screen brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. This was sent to me. I didn't really know where to put it. I'm putting it here. I was almost going to not read it, but I also know that Heidi, I don't know if you guys know this about Heidi, but Heidi has like this amazing fascination with the royal family. She has her pulse, her thumb on the pulse of what the royals are up to at every given moment. She could probably tell you where they all are in the world right now.
Yeah.
No? Okay,
No.
maybe not. I honestly don't care at all about the Royals, and I know Heidi doesn't either. But I'm going to share this because here's the thing. It's been sent to me like 5 times. So apparently it's a big deal. Here's the story. Prince Harry's relationship with Prince William remains seriously strained. But he and his wife Meghan Markle are looking to make amends with King Charles, according to the royal author. Ingrid Seward claims that the Sussexes are making a resolution to reunite with the monarch in the new year. Seward, who has written more than a dozen books on the royal family, told GB News, I don't even know who that is, Great Britain maybe? Great Britain News? He wrote, obviously, King Charles wants to see his son and his grandchildren. Last summer, he apparently invited them to Balmoral, which they turned down.
Okay.
But she believes Harry and Markle will make a more concerted effort with the king in 2024.
Well, that's lovely.
That's the end of the story. Should we continue to pretend like we care?
No.
I'm just checking to
good.
see. I don't know what the proper thing is. I don't understand why there's people that are fascinated by this. And again,
I get it if you're in England. It's your thing, you know. But I don't understand why people.
It's not sent to me
at all
from people in England at all. They're sending it to. I think they're sending it because they know we don't care. I think that's why I'm getting it.
I don't know. It's crazy.
I don't know. Either way, if you're a big fan, there you go. I told y'all that you need to know. And far more. And if this impacted your day somehow, you might want
to get yourself a hobby.
Check your priorities. Just saying. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Invite your friends and family over to make memories with a fun game night. VerySpecialGames.com has 5 fun games that will help everyone have a blast. Games like Ransom Notes, the ridiculous word magnet game, Abduction, a weirdly strategic game of duck kidnapping, Vins with Benefits, the hilarious Venn diagram game, Puns of Anarchy, the outrageous pun-making game, and Charty Party, the game of absurdly funny charts. Find these fun games and more at VerySpecialGames.com. That's VerySpecialGames.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit with not one, but 2 amazing guests today. We've got some really fun stuff happening in the Pol family. We've got the Incredible Pol Farm debuting tomorrow after a new episode of a new season of the Incredible Dr. Pol. We've had him on the program before. Dr. Pol, how are you, sir?
I am very good. Thank you very much.
Well, we're excited to have you. And your son, Charles, is joining us as well. Is that right?
Yep, I'm here as well. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Excited to visit with you. And I saw the trailer for the new show that starts tomorrow, and this looks like a whole lot of fun. So we're going to chat with Charles first. Dr. Pol will be back with you. But Charles, tell me a little bit about this new show that premieres tomorrow.
This new show is family farm that my wife and I are starting, as well as the help of my dad, obviously, and my brother-in-law on our property. it kind of spawned out of Genesis, out of COVID, where, I was the one doing the grocery shopping and would go into the store and see, the empty shelves and wanted a little bit more food stability in my family, and also kind of to get closer to where our food was coming from. I had 2 small children at the time, and I talked to my wife, and we decided that we really wanted to give them the opportunity to grow up on a farm like I did. So we started building a family farm here on our property, and this is kind of the experience and pitfalls of that process that we're covering in the show.
I love that. And this premieres tomorrow, and it's right after another new season of The Incredible Dr. Pol. And we've got Dr. Pol on the line. How many seasons have you done this now? You've been doing this a while, haven't you?
Yes. When Charles came about 12 years ago, we never thought that this show would take off like it is. But he set the format. He says, Dad, do your work. This is what people want to see. And I think this is why it's so popular. Our show is real. I say many times, when we get kicked in the show, it hurts.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what people like about it, because they learn from the show.
And I think that's really cool. When you watch other shows, sometimes it's all about just, the silliness and some of the things that you know it's not reality. Those things are made up. But it is a real show, and you're watching, and like you said, when you get kicked in the show, it really hurts. But also when you help an animal in the show, that animal really gets better as well.
Hopefully, yes. But we're not God. We cannot save every animal. And I think this is what people have to realize, that, yes, get the animal to the vet before it's been sick so long that we can't save him anymore. And I think this is what people learn from the show too, where they learn what a healthy animal looks like, and if there's anything wrong, okay, this one has to go to the vet, but maybe I can do it myself here. This is the main thing. So this show helps the life of animals get better.
I love that. And now the new program, Charles, the show that you guys are doing, you're not the only ones that are going through this. There's a lot of people all over the place that are saying, you know what, I think maybe I should start growing my own stuff, or maybe I should get some chickens, or maybe I should, but you guys are taking it and kind of putting it under a microscope and showing everybody what your experience is like. And I bet people can learn from that, can't they?
Yeah, obviously it didn't all go perfectly. We had a lot of pratfalls along the way, and you'll get to see that. But what we did learn was that together we can accomplish just about anything. And I hope it inspires people, honestly, to want to do something, maybe even if it's getting backyard chicken or rabbit for their household. So rewarding to have animals and to take care of them. Food never tastes better than when you grow it yourself.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, you need that next generation of farmers, because the average age of the American farmer only gets older and older. I think it's up to 59 right now.
Yeah.
And if you don't get that next generation of farmers, we're going to lose a lot of institutional knowledge that's been along for a really long time.
Absolutely. Well, Charles, thank you for your time today. We're excited to see the show tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. And it will air also on Sunday, January 7th on Hulu and Disney Plus for those who don't have that here. Wow.
Very, very cool. Thank you so much, Charles. Dr. Pol, thank you for your time today. I'm excited to see the new season of your show as well.
Okay, and thank you for watching and learning, I hope.
Absolutely. And I'm going to throw a link to the trailer for both so you can see all the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it.
Give yourself a little credit.
Get a better credit card.
Switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It is illegal to purchase or consume Jack Daniel's whiskey in the town where they produce Jack Daniel's whiskey.
I think I knew that.
We just talked about that on Tuesdays with Charlie with your
Yeah.
father. Yeah, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
When tea was made available in bags, it was intended to be removed from the bag by customers, but they found it easier to brew the tea in the bag. I've seen that.
We knew
before.
that as well.
Fun
Yeah.
fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cucumber pressed to the roof of your mouth for 30 seconds can cure bad breath. Oh.
I did not know that.
But I'd have to put cucumber in my mouth.
I like cucumbers.
I am not a fan. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If you're over 100 years old, there's an 80% chance you're a woman. Wait a minute, what? I have to think about that for a second.
Because they live longer than
Oh,
men.
I see. That makes more sense. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
White-faced capuchin monkeys greet each other by sticking fingers in the other monkey's nose.
Okay.
Yeah. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There are 10 towns named Hollywood in the United States. I heard a rumor that there's one in California. Have you heard that? Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Invite your friends and family over to make memories with a fun game night. VerySpecialGames.com has 5 fun games that will help everyone have a blast. Games like Ransom Notes, the ridiculous word magnet game, Abduction, a weirdly strategic game of duck kidnapping, Vins with Benefits, the hilarious Venn diagram game, Puns of Anarchy, the outrageous pun-making game, and Charty Party, the game of absurdly funny charts. Find these fun games and more at VerySpecialGames.com. That's VerySpecialGames.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 12% of single women say this is the number one deal breaker on a first date. What is it? Our son is in trouble.
Oh.
Being picked up in a dirty or messy vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Our son gave us a ride recently. We were getting picked up from the airport, and I was really thrilled that he came and picked us up. But his car was so full of stuff.
Yeah, we barely fit in it. I was worried we're going to have to leave our luggage behind.
He's like, I'll just hang my hand out the window and hold the bag. It's got wheels. It'll be fine. Anyway, love you, Troy. Clean up your car. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Trying to stay more updated there, by the way, because WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com had gotten quite a ways behind last year. But everything seems to be all caught up over there now, and good for like at least the next couple of weeks before I forget about it again. Minnesota woman suing a dentist who says that she performed 32 procedures on her in one sitting. Kathleen Wilson of Minneapolis says Dr. Kevin Moldrum administered to her almost twice the legal limit for anesthesia and performed a battery of procedures, including 8 dental crowns, 4 root canals, 20 fillings, which she says left her disfigured. Dr. Avam Goldstein, a Florida dentist who reviewed Wilson's case, said that Moldrum performed dental procedures involving 28 teeth in a single session, which is, quote, impossible if done properly, end quote.
Oh, my gosh.
So there's a lot of stuff going on there. So I don't know if this was kind of a, hey, I got to try to get all this done before the end of the year.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I want to buy my kids some nice stuff for Christmas. It happened last year. I have no idea, but a lot of stuff going on. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Heidi, I have some questions plaguing humanity.
Okay.
Heidi hates these. She just hates how I usually say it. Isn't the most difficult thing in the world knowing how to do something but watching someone do it without commenting? They're doing it wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, no, you just
That's
put the...
tough. You got to bite your
You
tongue.
gotta pull a strap over the... No, just put the... No, you just... Can I just do it? Just get out of the way. All right, another question plaguing humanity. You know how most packages say open here? What is the protocol if the package says open somewhere else? Yeah. Is air travel's nature's way of making you look like your passport photo? I see. By the time you get there, you're like, yeah, I do look like this guy. When someone tells you to reboot your computer, does that mean kicking it again?
Sometimes. There are days, isn't there?
Another question plaguing humanity. Why isn't palindrome spelled the same way backwards? Oh, great question. It should be.
Oh, it should be.
And our final question plaguing humanity. Aren't the only people who really listen to an argument the neighbors? Pretty much. All right. Questions plaguing humanity. There's a few more on the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Invite your friends and family over to make memories with a fun game night. VerySpecialGames.com has 5 fun games that will help everyone have a blast. Games like Ransom Notes, the ridiculous word magnet game, Abduction, a weirdly strategic game of duck kidnapping, Vens with Benefits, the hilarious Venn diagram game, Puns of Anarchy, the outrageous pun-making game, and Charty Party, the game of absurdly funny charts. Find these fun games and more at VerySpecialGames.com. That's VerySpecialGames.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. You ever heard of this guy? Steve Martin?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a funny dude, especially back when he said this. Thankfully, perseverance is a great substitute for talent. And that's true. I know people who are super talented, but they gave up way too quickly. Like they tried something, they gave up. And then there's people that are not quite as talented, but they just didn't give up. And then they're famous. And you're like, that guy's not even funny. Yep. Why is he famous? Because he persevered. That's why.
That's right.
That's why I have this show. I persevere. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. I think this is kind of a cool story here. It's from Arkansas, where a man went to a park, a state park, and he found a 4.87 carat diamond.
Whoa!
Yeah. Embarked on a springtime adventure with his girlfriend.
Cow.
Springtime. This must be from a while ago. To Crater of Diamonds State Park, departing with what they initially thought was a shard of glass. He later found out that it was a dazzling 4.87 carat diamond. Jerry Evans said he found the diamond within just 10 minutes of setting foot in the park. He initially thought it's just a hunk of glass. Nonchalantly, he stashed the find in his pocket along with some other rocks and things that he found. Thought it might be a piece of glass. It was so clear, though. He said, I just really didn't know. They were picking up everything that they thought could possibly be something. Intrigued by the possibility, he decided to send the stone to a Gemological Institute of America. It's a place where you send these types of things. And a few weeks later, the verdict came back. Seemingly ordinary piece of glass was, in fact, a near colorless diamond.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Again, what was it worth?
4.87 carat diamond. And I'm looking to see if it says how much it's worth. Mr. Evans' diamond is spectacular to see. Complete crystal with a brilliant white color reminiscent of many other large white diamonds I've seen from here in the past. As of the latest count, 798 diamonds have been registered at Crater Diamond State Park, over 125 carats collectively, and it does not have the value in the story.
Oh my gosh.
So
that is really, really cool.
It
Guess
really
where
is.
our next vacation is going to be.
All of a sudden, Heidi's like, interestingly enough, I'd like to go there. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to The John and Heidi Show.